As the parents of 3 small children, our days are filled with questions. One Sunday we were driving to church, and our oldest Logan asked how Daddy knew how to drive to church.
As we were explaining how we've driven this way many times and we've memorized the way, I found myself saying, when you get older, you'll know the way to church. In the moment, I meant the literal sense. When you are old enough to drive, you'll know the streets and the turns to make to arrive at the church parking lot. But immediately after uttering those words, you will know the way to church, I knew there was a deeper meaning there. Isn't that what we wish for our kids, that they will know the way both physically and spiritually?
We have made it a point to bring our boys to church nearly every Sunday, and we feel that they learn best when being immersed in the church experience week in and week out. Some of you may be familiar with our level of experience, as it usually involves being stretched across an entire row of chairs, with crayons, coloring books, and a slew of other items. And again, part of that learning involves questions. As the offering plate comes around, naturally they asked what it was for, and the follow-up question, why didn't we put any money in there? Now, don't get us wrong, we're extremely committed to our giving every week, but being millennials ourselves, we do everything online. So our boys weren't seeing that automatic withdrawal every week, and understandably assumed that we weren't giving.
Now, we did eventually explain it to them that we paid on the computer, and the church already had our money. That's why we didn't need to put anything in the plate. And as Logan pondered this, he asked if he could put some money in. I told him we could put a few coins in there next week. And of course, next week, I was strongly reprimanded by my 5-year-old that I had forgotten to bring his money. Whoever said raising kids was easy. Eventually, we did find a rhythm. We started with just a handful of coins each week, and they were thrilled. And while I found myself being embarrassed the first few times Winston, the 3-year-old, put his coins in one at a time, I was reminded by the Lewises that this is one of the few things during service that they can fully participate in.
We are pleased to say that they are so regular in their own giving that Sharon has given them their own line item to keep track of their giving.
And it doesn't matter if it's a dollar bill, a 1 penny, or a handful of coins dropped in one at a time. Our boys are learning how wonderful it can be to give to the church.